Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chris Stollings. You know me here on YouTube as MarauderEX, and as always I'm your host for Operation Recap, where I take some of the stories from Rainfall.com and I throw them here at YouTube because that's what I do. I do the YouTube thing because I'm the YouTube master. I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. So this week's recap is actually going to be a fun one. It's recapping PAX East. We sent some of our intrepid staff members to this wonderful convention, the Penny Arcade Expo East. And they drudged through the convention floor. They did interviews, they took pictures, they did video. It was great. I truly envy these guys. I know they had a blast, regardless of how tiring it was afterwards and how jet-lagged they may have been. They did great work. I love seeing their hands-on stuff for these conventions, E3, PAX East, you name it. I love seeing these guys go there. I'm very jealous that I don't get to go myself, and I'm hoping to fix that one of these days, and you will see me live at one of these conventions. But for the time being, we had a ton of hands-on and stuff from PAX East 2014 recaps. So that is my recap video for this week. I'm gonna throw out all of these articles that we've got. I want you to go read them, take a look at them, because there's a ton of stuff out there from PAX that just blew people's minds. So we have hands-on. So this is our staff members actually picked up and played these games. We've got hands-on Shovel Knight, Astebreed, A-S-T-E-B-R-E-E-D. I'm mispronouncing that, but it looks great. Child of Light, one of the games that I am super most excited about. Throwback to all sorts of old-school JRPGs. We've also got hands-on Treasurenauts, which I had not heard of until they showed this. Looks great. Then we've got Boot Hill Heroes Part 2. I heard about the original Boot Hill Heroes. I saw a couple of videos of it here on YouTube. Never really got into it myself, but the second one looks like something I'm going to have to get into. Again, something that completely flew under my radar. I had no idea it was happening. We also had Delver's Drop. And we had gameplay and actual commentary, so they're kind of, worming their way into my territory with the gaming commentary with Shovel Knight. So if you had not heard about if you're one of those people who have not heard about Shovel Knight, I'm not entirely sure how or why, go check that out. Great hands-on first impression talking about it. And then we also had some interviews with the wonderful people from Ackk Studios. We have more hands-on with Hyper Light Drifter. We did an interview with Studio Pixel. Our Commander-in-Chief, Jonathan Higgins, one of our Commander-in-Chiefs, was able to sit down and talk to them and get some really good questions knocked out with them. And then we also had an interview with Playism's Josh Weatherford. So really, we had a ton of stuff. I'm, again, super jealous that these guys were able to go and do this, but I'm also ridiculously impressed by the amount of information they were able to get. They were super thorough with everything. They took as many notes and everything. It's amazing. They were as professional as humanly possible for this type of industry. It was great. So go check out everything that they did. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with is they actually took pictures from the con floor. So cosplay, vendors, all sorts of stuff. Go check out that gallery because it gives you a good idea of what these conventions are like. PAX being a completely different beast than, say, like E3 or Tokyo Game Show. PAX is the fans. Just through and through. So go check those stories out. It was a fantastic convention. Again, super jealous that these guys were able to go and I wasn't. And one of these days I will be there with them and you will get to see everything that I do live. I'm sure you're just looking forward to that. So go check out those articles about PAX East and we will pick up with a real recap next week with more news. Because after a con, you always get some more brand news. So, later everyone.